Hi everyone, happy to be back today for a new video on Darktable, and today we're going to look more on the artistic side, trying to emulate the classic Chrome film simulation that is present into the Fuji cameras, at least since I think 10 years. I've been using Fuji X100T for almost a little bit more than 10 years, and I wanted also to see how we can emulate this film simulation that I really love into Darktable directly. So here on the screen you can see on the left side the JPEG that is straight out of the camera with the film simulation on Classic Chrome from Fuji, and on the right it's the same raw from the Fuji without any treatment. So the purpose of today is, by the end of this video, to be able to have this left view on the right. So this is really important. The classic Chrome setup or simulation is not really a film simulation. It's more kind of a negative Kodachrome slide film. It's not actually existing as a commercial brand, so it's really something from Fuji. But what you can see is kind of desaturation, but it keeps the blue I would say kind of okay. It more desaturates on the red, on the greenish side. Also the highlights are a little bit tamed and the bright area are a little bit matte, let's say. And the contrast, we still keep some shadow on the contrast. It kind of emulates the magazine pictures of maybe 1980, 1990. So some of you may recognize this kind of slightly cool look, not a warm vintage look that you can see, that we can see maybe on the Velvia or Eterna simulation on the Fuji. So here for me it's really a very appreciated look, at least on my side, and we will emulate it with 3 modules. I would say the first module is the AGX module, but again it's more about mapping globally your image in terms of tone mapping. Then we'll go through RGB Primaries to really touch about the colors and the desaturation, and then a quick touch on Color Balance RGB for finishing. Of course, as a start base, and I will take out the snapshot view here. So this is my image out of the raw picture. I already applied AGX, and actually it more look like that straight out of the raw file. Of course, you need to take care of your exposure, your white balance with the color calibration. This is the basics. One thing, of course, to remember every time is to only use one tone mapper, so only AGX or sigmoid or filmic RGB, but not 2 together. That will not work, of course. Then if we go on the first AGX part, it will not be a very complex AGX module modification. I just activate it. I map with the auto-tune level, and what I do, and the only thing really that for me AGX is used today, except the fact that it's really mapping things, is to compress a little bit the highlights here. So if you open the advanced curve parameters, you can just compress a little bit those highlights to emulate what they do in Classic Chrome. So this is really something that is at the very beginning, and straight now with this AGX module, you see that we start to build up, of course, our image. This is the first part. Then we need to take care about the color shift, the warmness of the different colors, and that's where you will use the RGB primaries. So the RGB primary module here, it's a very simple, I would say, module. If I compare to some other module, we will touch on the 3 different channels. So the red channel with the R, the green channel with the G, and the blue channel with the B. So this is really simple, and you can modify two things: the hue of each of the channel and the purity of each of the channel. So as said previously on the introduction, the classic Chrome type of hue, it's really about a hue that is more going on the magenta side. So here you can see I put my hue a little bit on the left of the curve. I also took out and put the purity a little bit on the negative side, just to get the image a little bit colder. Then in terms of green, you can see also here, if I take back the snapshot, you can see our greens here. For example, on the grass at the bottom of the bench, we really lose this green, I would say, coloration. We desaturate a lot of this green. So once again here, I put the green hue really on the yellow side, and I take out a lot of purity to really desaturate this green part. And as said previously, for me, the classic Chrome, it's an asymmetrical desaturation. So we will hold the blue a little bit, and we will even, I would say, push it a little bit more on the blue side. So here you see that we desaturate, but we also enhance the blue side. So if I activate those modules, you see that I'm really getting close to the image. Bear with me with this slight difference. I don't know why Darktable between the JPEG and the RAW file is not really, I would say, matching exactly, but I think it's good enough to see the big difference here that we have and how close we got from the previous one. So if I take out the RGB primary here, you see that when I toggle it on and off, I'm really like getting out the green. Bright green is turning more khaki, maroon kind of. Same here on the ground. We are on the skin here. If you look on the skin, we are getting the skin a little bit, I would say, on the colder side. And then we keep the blue hue here. We'll see that we can punch a little bit more the blue later on also with the Color Balance RGB, just to, I would say, adjust a little bit desaturation. But I think here the balance is kind of okay, and now it's more about securing that I get with the vibrance and the saturation that I can bring back with the Color Balance RGB. So going to this Color Balance RGB module, again I stay on the master module, and I would just bring back a little bit of vibrance, a little bit more of contrast, some saturation, and I will also play again a little bit with the highlight brilliance, just to try to mimic as close as possible about this classic Chrome emulation. So here you see I bring back some blues, and I bring a little bit of saturation without getting it warmer. So the Color Balance RGB is for me really the final touch of this workflow, just to bring up a little bit of the image, because you see that even if it's desaturated, there is still some vibrance into this picture. So this is really the three important modules. So as always, I always put AGX first, just to map the tone. Again, very basic AGX approach. Then the main work is done on the RGB primaries, and then finally on the Color Balance RGB. So here you can say that it's not 100% identical, because again, this is the Fuji recipe, this is the Fuji, I would say, own approach. Here it's my take on this classic Chrome things, but I think for you guys, if you want to play with it, if you do not have this any Fuji camera, I think it's a very good first approach to secure that you can emulate this part. And if you want to go further, You can of course try to compare once again straight out of the camera classic Chrome picture to your tech and see how close it matches. So this is for me the basic of classic Chrome. You can of course apply it on other cameras to work on that, and again play with the slider, try and match those things. There is no one recipe. I think I've looked a lot over internet to try to see how I can approach that. I've seen some elements where people will spoke about styles that you can import, even the LUT part. Sorry for my pronunciation, most probably not the right one, but this LUT side, this is one step further. Here it's really something that you can do on your own without downloading anything, without anyone going with file to import and so on. So this is really how you can do it on your own. And once again here, if I take out those modules, just to show you here the difference between the two, this hot and like classical look, and this cooler, kind of a little bit desaturated 1990s look of this classic Chrome simulation. I hope you like it, guys. Please feel free to try it on your own. Comments if you feel that something is not wrong, and I'm more than happy to discuss and see if I make something that I can do differently to get your comments on it. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, share this video, and go for a coffee if you want. Thank you very much, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.